Hello everybody, this is Gruesome Fox coming at you with a 650 cost rated match here in the Prototype ZZ Gundam. We're going to be on Mining City for this match here, which I know this is a map that I've already done a few matches on, but since it's a newer map, it's just been very common on rotation. But that aside, yeah, Prototype ZZ Gundam is a 650 cost raid, and as of recording, it is our most recent banner mobile suit. It's a suit I've already kind of covered a little bit already. I've done a testing video and a first match video with this suit, and really at that point it was just trying to get a good match with it and make sort of a follow-up to those videos and kind of give my thoughts on the suit. And yeah, the Prototype ZZ Gundam is a really good raid. Initially I wasn't too interested in it, but I really like the base ZZ Gundam, so I'm always very curious to see how its variants play out, especially since I'm just so used to hearing the quote that every version of the ZZ that came after the base version is just better. So, I really just wanted to compare this suit to that one, since not even really a comparison, I just kind of wanted to see how this suit would perform in general. Especially since it is at the same cost as the base ZZ, and yeah, as I said, yeah, it's a really good raid suit. I'm glad I ended up pulling for it in the end. Yeah, you get a really just solid raid unit. When you're in your base form, because you do have biosensor with the suit, when you're in your base form, I mean, yeah, you get some pretty decent damage overall. The only thing you really have to worry about damage-wise is with your range weapons, because you do not have any range strength on this suit whatsoever, unless you put on any sort of custom parts for that. But yeah, 0 range strength, and really the only other flaw with this suit that I could possibly name is the lack of a dodge roll. This is something I did cover in my testing video. Even when you are in biosensor, you don't get a dodge roll with this suit. And I know for some people that might be a problem. For me personally, I don't really mind too much. I actually kind of found it a bit of a relief that this suit didn't have a dodge roll, because when I initially looked at it, I'm like, oh boy, they released another ZZ, watch it have a double dodge roll for like no reason. And no, you don't get no dodge roll whatsoever. And I mean, again, for some people that might be an issue, but I think, you get maneuver armor level 3 and damage control level 3, so personally I don't think it's that much of an issue. I think with what they give you to try and counteract stuns, I do think it is pretty reasonable for the most part. Maybe if they wanted to give it a dodge roll with when the biosensor is active in the future, maybe that could be something, but really for just its base form, I don't think it really needs a dodge roll that much. And speaking of forms, yeah, as I mentioned, you have a special biosensor for this version of the ZZ Gundam, and not only do you get a defense increase, but you also get increased damage for your heavy attack as well. And the heavy attack for this suit is really nice. It does apply to the double beam sabers, so it's kind of like an inverse of the enhanced ZZ, where instead of the heavy attack being the single saber, this one is for the double sabers, which I think is a very interesting, thing to do there. But yeah, when you're in your base form, the heavy attack damage is it's pretty standard. It's nothing too like major. It's like, I would say, more in line with early heavy attack suits, but when you have that biosensor active, yeah, you are going to be doing some really good chunks of damage. I already tested the comparison in my testing video with and without biosensor, and without melee mods, you could pretty much near delete a support. I don't think I was able to do that this match, because I don't know if the enemy team had a support, so I wasn't able to see if I could just one-tap a support with the heavy attack. Definitely something that would be worth, maybe going into free practice to try again now that I have a build for this suit. But, yeah. And the other really good thing I want to mention is your stuns. Aside from the rapid beam cannons, you do have some really good stun weapons. The double barrel beam rifle you have as your primary. It can charge to get an instant stun, but if you don't want to do that, you can do an uncharged shot, which fires 2 rounds, and on most suits, if you hit those 2 rounds, it will cause a accumulation stagger. You also have a pair of back cannons as well. Those are just a straight instant stun, so nothing too special about those. And then you have the head high mega cannon, which you can move while charging, but instead of being like the traditional double Zeta head cannons where they are a continuous beam, this one actually fires a single shot that causes a heavy stagger. So really good if you want to set up somebody for melee, or maybe somebody with maneuver armor is charging at you, and maybe you want to try to stop them, even if it's a normal stun. So you do have some really nice options there. Really the only thing with that is that the rapid fire back cannons, the regular back cannon, and the head cannon, all of those you do have to stop to fire them, but they do give you a mobile fire system for that as well. So it seems like they really just wanted to give the suit a lot of skills to help when it comes to getting stunned, which I really appreciate because, again, lack of dodge roll. So, yeah. And, really, it's just a really nice suit overall. And it really doesn't feel like it's anything too, nothing too, hard to deal with. I've fought against a couple of them, and really, it doesn't seem like they're too hard to deal with. It really feels, at least to me, like a raid that's it's in the just right position. It's in a pretty good spot where it is. Again, the only suggestion that I could make, that is something that I think people would want to see, is maybe some type of a dodge roll. But, if it was up to me personally, I would only leave it to, a level 1 dodge roll when biosensor is active, so really wouldn't do anything too crazy with it. You can also easily combo with the melee weapons as well. It's kind of I believe I said this with the RF Goof, where really it doesn't seem like you need to rely on your heavy attack all too much. You can do some really nice combos with just the beam sabers because they have some really nice melee patterns. But yeah, overall, I'm really satisfied with this suit. I think it's really nice. I do think it would be worth pooling if it's something that looks interesting to you. I don't really have a lot of the current 650 raids, so I can't really compare those suits to this one. I can't say if it's better than the Vizel, the Raid Vizel, or the Red Zeta. But before I finish up here, yeah, top in the board in all the stats, and yeah, even in the next slots after I do this praise. And yeah, first place overall and just first in everything. Yeah, really amazing stats here, and really for the most part I've been able to get decent stats with the suit overall, pretty high stats, 3rd, 2nd place as well. So yeah, you're not going to get these constant first place stats, at least I haven't gotten that so far, but really for the most part I've been able to get really reliable results out of the suit. So yeah, as I was saying, if it's a suit that if you think it looks interesting to you, I would say it's definitely worth the pull. If you don't mind the some of the flaws that this suit comes with, if you really don't take issue to the things I mentioned or anything else you might see with the suit, yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you like the double Zeta variants as well, I think you're also going to enjoy this suit. I still have the question of where its head Vulcans, because the model has head Vulcans, but it doesn't use any, so I don't know if they didn't want to give it a weapon that it could fire while moving, or something that it could do chip damage with. They just wanted to keep it towards raw, melee damage with that 0 range strength, so not sure if that was the intention, but maybe that'd be the only other suggestion I would make. Maybe give it some form of head Vulcans, just because it seems kind of weird that they aren't there. again, unless there's a reason for the head Vulcans not being there, then, I mean, I really don't mind overall. But, other than that, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for this video here. Yeah, really summary here. Very satisfied with the suits. Definitely think it is a nice addition to 650. And, yeah, that's all I have to say. So comment down below what you think about the Prototype ZZ Gundam. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.